to my live stream lecture. And before I get into today's very important lecture, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so because the direction I'm taking my channel for the remainder year and on forward, 2023 and on forward, is many of my video lectures I am setting for my members only, and there are a few of my videos where I deliberately set for the public domain. And this is going to be one of these lectures that would be in the public domain. And the focus of this lecture is going to be about, it really is a mindset, focusing on solution versus problem in this problem focused world. And also at the latter part of this video, I'm going to talk about the value, one of the powerful values of joining membership to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that towards the latter part of this interview. So here we go. The focus of this lecture is, it really is a mindset on focusing on solution versus problem. You know, as a licensed therapist, you know, one of the approaches that I subscribe to and have been well studied and versed on is solution-focused brief therapy. So first of all, the first thing that must occur, you gotta change your mindset from problem-focused mindset to a solution-focused mindset. And that really is a skill set. And in order to do that, in terms of having a solution-focused mindset, is first of all, you got to identify the problem. You know, I don't care what that problem is. You know, it can be a financial problem, a relationship problem, a job problem, a school problem, home-related problem, church problem. You got to identify the problem. And then the second step is, after you have identified that problem, you must identify what you did before in a similar problem. Think now. You know, think about and identify what you have did before in a similar problem. You know, rather it's money problems, relationship problems, job problems, community problems, church problems, weight loss problem, you know, so think about and identify what you have done before in a similar problem. And then the next step, you got to change what doesn't work. You must change that in terms of what does not work, you know, in that similar situation. You know, I'm on a journey for real in terms of removing sugar out of my life to be able to reach my desired healthness and wellness and weight goal and all of that, and to stick with it. So I know what does not work for me is if I don't prepare, if I don't prep my meals, if I do not prep my meals and take my prep meals with me, rather I'm going to work, or rather I'm running errands, you know, I may prep certain items with me. If I don't do that, then I know I'm setting myself up for failure. That's just one example. And another tip and strategy, if I know whenever I shop to go buy my healthy foods or natural foods, and I learned this years ago, if I do not remain on the perimeter, the outside aisles, if I take my behind on the inside aisle, because if you think about it, in the inside aisles is where all the dead food is. But if you think about the outside aisles, the perimeter, you know, that's where a lot of your fruits and vegetables and frozen food and your cheese, the health stuff. Because the way I look at it, if it's either natural or frozen, that's about as good as you're going to get. But if you go into the inside aisle, that's where you get the junk food, the canned goods, the sugary foods, and everything else. So I call the inside aisles the dead food, where I know I need to stay away from, and keep my behind on the outside aisles, the perimeter aisles, where all of the fruits and the vegetables and the frozen fruit and the dairy products is kept. And I'm here to tell you. So change what doesn't work. And another pointer, then you must find and use resources to maybe assist you in solving that problem. Those resources may be information. Those resources could be joining a support group. Those resources could be counseling. Those resources is connecting with like-minded people who can hold you accountable in terms of what you need to do to solve that problem. And another tip, which is so important, once you've done all of that, then decide which solution is best. Which solution is best? You got to make a decision and decide which solution is the best that's going to assist you in solving that problem or meeting that goal. And then the most powerful pointer is once you have decided, then you got to put the solution into play. You got to execute. This way action comes into play now. You got to execute. This is action. You got to do what you stated in terms of whatever decision you decided. Then that next step, you got to put that solution in play. You got to execute. You got to be about action, because talk is cheap, and I'm here to tell you. And after you've done all of that on an ongoing basis to be able to maintain your change, is you got to build on each successive step and how many times it takes. You got to repeat these same steps throughout life as problem arise. And I'm here to tell you, that is a skill set. In the therapy world, is AKA interchangeable also with solution focused brief therapy. One of the approaches I subscribe to, is many others, but one of the primary approaches I subscribe to as a licensed clinical addiction therapist is solution focused brief therapy, in order to move my clients forward to assist them in resolving whatever problem they may have. And I'm here to tell you, this is a powerful technique in terms of you got to have that mindset. You got to have the mindset of focusing on solutions versus problems, because we really do live in a problem-focused world. And I'm here to tell you. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have gotten something out of this very powerful lecture. And also, I also want to spend a little bit of time talking about the value. I want to talk about the value of joining Marie Holiday YouTube membership. I want to talk a little bit about the value of doing that. First of all, my goal, because my goal, first of all, is not have hundreds and hundreds of members. No, my goal is I want 10 good members. I mean, if I go beyond 10, that's fine. But my focus, and I don't care if my cutoff is 10. Currently right now, I got 2 members, and I'm calling my first 10 members my power members. And what I mean by power members, there are certain membership perks all members are going to get. Check out my perks on my YouTube channel in terms of those membership perks. But for my first 10 members, there is one specific perk. There is one specific power perk that the other members won't get. And let me break this thing down to you. For my first 10 power members, Pandy was my first member, Georgia Girl was my second member. So what I do for my power members, and it's the reason why I only want 10 members. I'm okay if I only get 10 members, because the power perk that they're getting for my 10 members, and I'm gonna break this thing down to you, on a monthly basis, I run my power members playlist.
Dry and they're great for repurposing. I even gave away some gifts in my office, a lot of self-care products.
This is Pandy playlist.
And I put them right in a few of these bags. And the ladies that I gave the gifts to just really loved them. So that's Cocoa Cheek. And as you can see on here, this particular bag says Cocoa Cheek, 30 years, Black Radiance of.
One of the powerful perks I'm only giving to my first 10 members. All members get those standard perks in the shout out and etc. But for my power members, on a monthly basis, on a rotational monthly basis, I will run their playlist.
So I always like to start off the unboxing with my favorite part of the box,
as a way to show and appreciate my power members, because trust me, I'm not running I'm not going to run every member playlist on my device. No, I'm going to run the playlist of my power members on a rotational basis every month as a exclusive powerful perk for my first 10 members. And I'm here to tell you, because let me tell you something. There is truly power in collaboration. As a monetized content creator, my brand is established. Let me break this thing down to you when I run my power members playlist. What that is going to do.
And that is the full glossy postcard.
What that is going to do is going to have a direct impact on Pandy, because she was my first member, and Georgia Girl is member number 2. That is going to have a direct impact on their views. That's going to have a direct impact on their watch hours. That's going to have a direct impact on pushing them into the YouTube algorithm. And that is a powerful example of power of collaboration. And my first 10 members will only get this powerful perk when Marie Holiday will utilize an extra device in my home to run their playlist on a rotational basis every single month for my first 10 members. Because like I said, all I really want is 8 more members. And the reason why I only want 10 members, because I am got to keep this as a content creator in hobby mode. Because, you know, when I exit up out of this workforce in full retirement August of this year, my game plan is to keep what I do as a content creator in terms of my perks for my members in hobby mode, versus worrying about if I get all these members and I got to do all these things in terms of exclusive perks for these members. You know, there'll be standard perks everybody will get, but for my first 10 members, they're going to get that powerful perk of me utilizing a device in my home to run their playlist on a rotational basis, which will have a direct impact on that member views, watch hours, and pushing them into the algorithm. And I'm going to also share that when I do that on my community wall. And what that's going to do is expose that member to the masses. It can eventually have a direct impact on their subscribers. That's the power of collaboration right there. And that's a powerful reason to be a part of my Power 10, to be a part of my Power 10 YouTube members on Marie Holiday YouTube channel. And another powerful perk I do when I do this to my power members, once I have completed running their playlist, I send them an email to let them know I have completed running that playlist, because one of the requirements that I'm gonna ask for my power members is reach out to me. Go to my YouTube page. You'll see my email address on there. Reach out to me to let me know that you have joined membership via email, and I will respond back to you via email to let you know on whether or not you're part of the 10 power members. Then you're going to know that you're going to get that powerful perk of me utilizing one of my devices to support you, because there's many ways you can support your members other than shout outs and etc., and sharing their channel on your community wall by running their playlist is another method of supporting your members And I'm here to tell you, because, you know, I'm requesting that requirement, you know, in terms of for my power members, you know, even with my power members, you know, I've had conversation because we have exchanged emails, you know, with my power members, Candy and Georgia Girl, you know, we have exchanged emails and contact information. We've had conversation on the phone because I want to make it personable with my power members by getting to know them on a personal level in terms of communicating, rather it's via email or exchanging contact information. Because the way I look at it, you know, if you're going to be a part of Marie Holiday team, because if you're going to be a part of my team, especially that first 10 power members, I got to know a little bit more about you. You know, not just by viewing your content and your videos and etc. No, I got to make it a little bit more personable in exchanging some kind of contact information, because I tell anybody, you know, another standard I have for any of my members. First of all, if you're negative, pessimistic, trolling, I don't want your membership. You know, I have a right to accept or decline on who becomes one of my members. And if you're not positive, motivational, inspiring, if you're going against the YouTube guidelines, I don't want you. I don't want your membership. Because my thing is, you got to be mindful from the business standpoint. I'm a businesswoman. I've been in business for 20 years. You know, all money ain't good money. You got to be aware and mindful as a content creator on who you align yourself with. Because if you align yourself with a content creator, number one, who's violating the YouTube guidelines, spreading hate, negativity, pessimism, I don't want you as a member. Because that can have a direct impact on you as a content creator vicariously. If you align yourself with that type of content creator, then that can have an impact on your views, your watch hours, and your subscribers. And I'm here to tell you. So there's standards to be a part of Marie Holiday membership. Because the way I look at it, that power of cross collaboration, when you got inspiring, motivational, thought-provoking, positive YouTube content creators who are collaborating with each other, that's going to have a direct impact on both channels in terms of the views, the watch hours, the algorithms, and potential subscribers. And I'm here to tell you. So that is the benefit. I need 8 more subscribers, because my first 10 will get the powerful perk, the powerful perk of me running a playlist. All members get perks, but not all members going to get that exclusive, powerful perk of me utilizing one of my devices to support their channel in a way in terms of by running their playlist once a month on a rotational basis. And I'm here to tell you. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have. Hit my subscribe button, hit my notification button. This will be one of my lectures that will remain in the public domain, because as I stated, the trajectory path of my YouTube channel is I'm very close to exiting out of the workforce forever. I have paid my dues. The trajectory path of my YouTube channel is a very high percentage. And I mean high, like maybe 99% of all of my videos and moving forward will be exclusively for my members. And I will be forever grateful for my first 2 members, Candy and Georgia Girl. You know, we've had conversations on the phone. We exchange emails. My goal for my first 10 members is to make it personable, and that's it. I don't care if I don't get any more members, because YouTube is not the only thing Marie Holiday do. I'm going to put a link in the description. My ultimate agenda is to continue to promote my brand, my product, my company, Parrish & Associates Resource Center, in terms of those services of going into an executed contract for individuals who want to hire me to develop the strategic business plan. Check out my business website. Also to market my book, Awake Financial Freedom, to continue to drive sales. In the very near future, this book will be available in audio book. You know, the narrator, my selected narrator for this book is currently, as we speak, is in the studio narrating this book. To get soon will be available in audio book. and I'm here to tell you. And another important piece about my 2 Power members, you know, Georgia Girl has interviewed me, Pandy has interviewed me. You don't just get interviewed. Prior to me being interviewed, I had to spend time on the phone with Pandy and Georgia Girl, dialoguing, conversating, prepping for the interview, getting to know that person and have a little bit more insight on their mindset. And if I discern that a person's mindset is negative, pessimistic, and dramified, I don't want you as a member. Because the way I look at it, there's a big old wide world out there, and there's a big old wide world out there, and I have a right to accept or decline on who I want as my member on my YouTube channel. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care if I get 1 more member for the rest of this year, but that's okay, because YouTube is not all I do in terms of generating multiple streams of income. I'm using this platform to market Patterson Associates Resource Center, my primary business, that's been around for 20-something years, because you gotta have the mindset, content creators. Ask yourself, if YouTube was to shut down Marie Holiday right now, that's not gonna stop my company. That's not gonna stop the growth of my book. That's not going to stop me getting customers on my wait list to develop the strategic business plan and generate revenue right there. That's not going to stop my royalty checks every quarter from my publishing company, because all that's separate and distinct from YouTube. Develop your brand, your product, and your business website separate from YouTube. You know, my business been around way longer than YouTube. My book hit all major bookstores. You know, my book hit all major bookstores long before I monetized. And I'm here to tell you, my royalty checks been hitting me every quarter long before I got monetized. So I say that to say, have the mindset, content creators, have the mindset to view YouTube as another stream of income, because bottom line, YouTube don't pay my bills. I'm here to tell you. YouTube don't pay my bills. So with that being said, share this video. Anyone who's a content creator anywhere need to hear this. Share this video. I'm going to leave it in the public domain. And with that being said, simplify, simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.